You can go back. It's gonna be 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Come on, cop. You don't want to wait.
I don't want to hear what I gotta say now. Go. Oh, you're going.
Oh, wait a minute. No, yes, I am.
Okay, I can probably. All right. I want everyone to stop and think about how your life was at 16 years old. Can you imagine yourself being on the cover of Sports Illustrated? Can you imagine the weight of the world on your shoulders? That's fine. What would you have done with that weight? How would you have felt if you were known as the chosen one? LeBron James was born on December 30th, 1984. He went to St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio. There, he led the Fighting Irish to a state championship in his first and second years as a freshman and sophomore. The following year, as a junior, he was named the Namath High School Player of the Year in the USA, for the USA Today. But sadly, he fell short of the third consecutive championship, and he lost in that game. Now, the following year, he had to actually overcome a lot of adversity. And in that adversity, he had to fight the eligibility. You know, his mother had bought him a Hummer, but coming from poverty, she had to get a loan based off his star potential coming forward. And Ohio found that to be an illegal move. But despite that, he was able to fight back and fight the suspension. And while they had to forfeit a one-game loss, that was the only loss they felt their senior year, and he was able to lead them to the third championship in 4 years. LeBron James was then drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers as the first overall pick in his hometown. LeBron James would then go on to the Cleveland Cavaliers starting 2003 till 2010. There is whenever his phenomenon fully took place. It took flight, per se. The NBA Hall of Famers Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar once stated on a show with Stephen A. Smith called First Take that LeBron James' greatest accomplishment actually came from losing the NBA Finals in 2007 against the San Antonio Spurs. Being only the age of 22 years old, he led one of the lowest ranked NBA Finals teams of all time to the championship game, but sadly lost 4-0 to the San Antonio Spurs that year. LeBron James would go on to win consecutive MVP trophies and a scoring title, his only of his career, with the Cleveland Cavaliers during this tenure. In 2010, during the summer, he chose to leave Cleveland, his hometown, and went to the Miami Heat in pursuit of championships, aspirations, and what he later became to know as his college years. In Miami, he became the villain of the NBA per se, announcing his decision to go to the Miami Heat in a boys and girls club that raised over $3 million just off viewership itself for the donations of the charity. He would go on to win two championships. With the Miami Heat in 4 years and losing the other 2 years during his tenure there. He would leave the Miami Heat and go back to his hometown of Cleveland and join the Cleveland Cavaliers for a second tenure with that team. In an open article known as I'm Coming Home with Sports Illustrated, he announced that he would be going home for the one goal of winning the championship for the Cleveland Cavaliers. In his first year there, he would lose to the Golden State Warriors in 6 games, but come back the next year and defeat that same Golden State Warriors team that was 73-9, a then and still now NBA record. He would then leave the Cleveland Cavaliers and join the LA Lakers in 2018 and is now currently a player with them. While he didn't make the playoffs this year, he made a bigger accomplishment that year. And he opened the first public school by an athlete in the state of Ohio, known as I Promise School. LeBron James surpassed all expectations in his career. And with the closing statement, he once said, "At the end of the day, as long as one kid in Akron is looking at my life story and feels confident that his bad days aren't permanent, I know I did everything that I was meant to do in my lifetime." And LeBron James is still moving on with his career. Thank you so much for coming today. Awesome.